Hello, all. This is Damini, co founder of VMix Scholars. I welcome you to the second episode of our web series, Discover Study Abroad. So, today we have Prabodh on board. He is a student at University of Texas at Dallas and he's pursuing his master's in supply chain management over there. So, we'll be discussing with Prabodh about his background, what did he study, his work experience, his GRE preparation, his UTD application, and about his education loan and future aspirations after his master's. So, let's start. So, hi Prabodh. Thanks for taking out time to join us today. I know, it's early morning on a Sunday in the US. So, you woke up just for this shoot. So, thank you very much, for joining us today. So, how are you doing?
I'm doing good. Actually, I had this exam last night, so
Okay.
then I woke up today. I have exam like today also. So
Oh, okay. You have an exam today. Oh, okay. So I'll try to, take as less time of yours as possible. I know, university schedule can become very hectic with, continuous exams
yeah,
and assignments. So, yeah. Sure. So Prabodh, let's get into this. You have recently, landed in the US. I think it has been a month or so. Am I right?
yeah, almost like a month,
Okay, sure.
almost month.
See this session, the motive of Discover Study Abroad series is to help students, gain insights into how, when someone goes through the entire process of, the study abroad journey, so what kind of, experiences they have. So just so that, the viewers can learn something from your journey. So that's the
Yeah.
whole intention behind this. So I would like to start from, what kind of background do you hail from? Where did you study in India? So just if you can, little background of yourself.
Yeah. So I did my engineering from BITS Pilani,
Okay.
and after that, I worked in a shipping company
Okay.
and in a mostly in the production side.
Hmm.
So as a part of it, I got placed from BITS only. The
Okay.
sister
Okay.
company of the vehicle line, and part of that I have to be on ships and on the rigs, and all the machinery are being used by the company for the operation performance purposes. So I
Okay.
had a work experience for like 6 years.
Okay. So which part of the country are you from?
Like I've traveled most of the countries, so 30
Okay. So
plus.
you haven't like you don't say, okay, I'm from this part of India. So you're like from everywhere, is it?
Yeah,
Okay.
India.
Uh,
You want me to tell me about the India, from where India I am?
yeah. Like where did you grow up? Which city? Like before bits.
Yeah. Initially, I was in Delhi, but then my father was in government job. He got transferred, so I went to Allahabad. Now
Mm-hmm.
you can call it, and
Okay.
yeah, and then after that, I went for my graduation to Ceylon.
Yeah, okay. Sure, great. So now, I mean, I could see that in your profile that you have got a work experience, as you also just mentioned. I think, 4.5 years, or how many years did you just say?
Almost 6 years.
Six, okay, great. So Prabodh, after so many years, you decided to, go for your higher education. So do you think, work experience adds value to, when you're planning to study abroad? Do you recommend people to that, they should work first and then go for master? So what is your perspective to this?
Yeah, when it comes to working in US, you should have a relevant work ex should not be like you work in a production and you want to go into say
Mm-hmm.
retail. So
Mm-hmm.
you should be able to justify your work ex, because when you're going to a company, they will ask for some certain questions. It should be
Mm-hmm.
pertaining to their area of interest.
Mm-hmm.
So yes, if you've got relevant work experience, you have a bigger edge over other people.
Okay. So was it like, you wanted to go earlier and then, because you continued working, so you just, went in the flow? Or was it like, always there in your mind that, I'll work for at least like 5 years and only then I'll plan? So how was it?
Yeah, actually, it was there in my mind, but then I never thought of going to US, but then I came to realize that if I have to grow in my field of career, then like I have to do masters, uh,
Okay.
and because yeah, it's a prerequisite for like higher rank, and
Okay.
you at the same time you gain a lot of knowledge as well, which are relevant to the field.
hmm So you are currently at UTD, University of Texas Dallas. So was the program which you have chosen to study there, was it something you were always looking forward to study?
Yeah, actually, I applied to a few universities and I got admit letters, like
hmm
University of Southern California, Purdue University, and then UT Dallas. And
Okay.
yeah, then I like talked to the alumni of the universities, and I came to know that UTD is a good option.
Okay. So can you tell us the course title? What is the course which you're studying right now? What exactly is the course title?
Currently, I'm doing my master's of science and supply chain management.
Okay, sure. Got it. Now, one more thing which is very important aspect of US education, that is the GRE score. And a lot of students are very, scared of that also, like, when they have to write the exam. And of course, it's important because your GRE score up to a great extent it decides, what kind of universe you can get in. So I could see that in your profile that, you have got 305 G score, but then you wrote the test like twice in a gap of a month, right? And I could also see that your quant score almost increased by 10 points from your first time when you wrote the exam to the second time. So,
Yeah.
what exactly was the the focus in that 1 month when you were working towards raising your score? And why did you rewrite? Do you recommend people to read, if their score is not satisfactory?
Yeah, it depends like on which university you're applying. They have like minimum cutoff, so you have to clear that. Otherwise, they have like the application tracking system, which is going
hmm
to filter it out. To
Okay.
get into that, you have to just clear it. And regarding like preparation, you have to work on your like mistakes. You make some mistakes and you have to learn from them. Uh, and then if you are able to improve it, I mean, like you have to in a segment, you have to divide things and like I'm doing wrong in this, I'm doing wrong in this. So you have to correct that.
Okay.
So if you
Okay.
do it, then it's easy.
Was there anything particularly in that, from first time and it was just a month gap, you increased it by 10 points, which is a very big difference. So was there anything particular worked towards?
No, in the first attempt, I was very casual, going by
Okay.
what people are saying. Yeah,
Okay.
and yeah. So
Okay.
when it
So
was the
most of
second,
this preparation was online or, you actually attended any coaching, like GRE coaching
no,
classes or something like that?
the self itself.
Okay, it was all self-study. Okay. So how is UTD overall? I mean, are you liking the experience? How are your peers and everyone?
I mean, it's a good college, but because of the COVID, the classes are online. Not much people are there in the
Okay.
campus, and it's a virtual session mostly.
Okay.
But overall, what I've heard and what I can see, it's a good college. Uh, from the perspective of job, it's one of the best
hmm
colleges. I mean, the
Okay.
top 40 business schools.
hmm Okay. So I mean, you're even though you're on the campus, the classes you're in that it is still online. So did you had any orientation kind of thing where you met your future classmates or so? You had any orientation of that sort?
Orientation was virtual, but what they are doing is like 50% classes on campus and 50% is online. So one
Okay.
week you are taking on campus and one week you are taking online classes.
Okay, okay, got it. So now UTD is, one of the good colleges in the US, and you also mentioned the rankings. So any tips for anyone, applying to UTD, anything, you want to suggest? Because a lot of students who come to VMix College, they are, aspiring to go to UTD. So is there any particular, tips you want to add?
Yeah, I
Insider
think the
tips,
best
I would say.
the best
Okay.
takeaway is writing SOP. It's what makes the difference. You should be
Uh,
clear in your purpose and it should be like university centric rather than a journal SOP. What people usually make a mistake is that they write a common SOP and apply to all the universities. You should be like doing some research beforehand and then what kind of people have been admitted. You can read the SOP, what actually they want, and have a decent theory score and for scholarship purpose. And I think that this is good.
Okay, sure.
Yeah.
Coming to an education loan, you have financed your education through an education loan, and we make scholars team had been in touch with you, and I know it was like very long association that I think you approached us in November 2019 or so, and at that time you were on a ship, and very hard for us to even connect with you just to discuss the loan, and I think then your brother came in picture, and then
Yeah.
by the time, it was February when we got the information, the whole COVID thing happened. And then, you had to defer your plans and it was kind of on hold until, university told you. So how was this, in year-long interaction with We Make Scholars team? So how was your experience with that?
Yeah, it was like still. I mean, like still, I can't believe that it was such an easy process.
Okay.
That too in India because I know the rigorous process the banks are following,
Mhm.
and it was like VMix Scholar got the loan rather than me because they were on the
Okay.
front line, and it was terrific I mean, like, experience for me. It was very
Okay. So I think you also had like a change in financial officer because the process went on for so long. So initially, I think Shlok was in touch with you and then it was Mayank. So, how was, is there anything specific you want to share about them or, you know,
First, I was
what did you like in your interactions with your financial officer?
yeah. First, I was really amazed at why they're taking so much of interest because like they were on like why you are agreeing with such an interest rate. So they were like for me they were be the moderator with the
Mhm.
bank and they were talking to the bank and then bank was responding very well. So it I think they made it very easy for me. And instead of because when you go to the US, you have a lot of process parallel going in. So
Yeah.
and bank loan is one of the most toughest so they were taking all the beating from the bank and documentation itself. So
Okay.
helping line by line what we should do and this how it should be done. So
Mhm.
I think it was
I
one
think
of our
initially
experiences.
we were trying for SBI, right? And I think because of time constraint, because I think it was almost in September or October when you decided that you want to go for Jan intake. So I think due to the last minute, you had to go for an NBFC, right? So were you happy with that decision that you couldn't go for a government bank like SB and then you had to go for NBFC? So was it fine with you?
Yeah, as was suggested by Slope to me that we should go for the SBI, but because it was a very quick decision at that time because I was planning for fall and I have to go to spring. So because
Mhm.
of time constraint, definitely a government bank would have been a like easy option from interest point of view. But I think what I got is also like on the same boat. So it
Uh-huh.
was
Yeah.
I was happy with it.
Okay. So do you think it was, it added any value that, when you went for your loan via VMake Scholars instead of if you would have gone directly, probably on the ROI front or any such thing. So do you think, we could add any value over there?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, like if I would have gone directly to the bank, and the process would have been very lengthy and comprehensive. So I think you like these guys have a lot of experience. So how it should go and what documents to be like pre-prepared so that at the time you don't search for the document. So it was a very planned and very efficient process, which helped me. And I think you must go. You
Okay.
should. You must go.
Sure. And
It
I
was
think even you as a, student, I think you were very good as an applicant on the other side compared to most of the students we have to deal with because, you uploaded all your documents in one go. Today I was checking that, people upload half of the documents, they miss the experience letter, they miss this thing, and then we have to go back and asking for it. And you had uploaded everything in one go. So I think it was equally your part also. You did it very perfectly on time. I think that was that was something that made the process faster as well. Yeah.
yeah.
So, sure.
Yeah, it is a nice portal that everything is instructed and you have to just follow the steps. So I don't think you can miss anything. So it was like a good portal, I would say, that helping us.
Okay, sure. Fine, Prabodh. I think we have discussed, the aspects which probably viewers who are watching this video might be looking out for. And I think the last question which I want to ask you is, what are your future aspirations? So you of course mentioned at the start of this call that work experience, a relevant work experience, is definitely something which will add on value when you're pursuing your masters in the US. And so, what are your career path from here onwards? So, what are your future aspirations after your masters?
Yeah, definitely. Whoever come to US, they will start aspiring by say, I want to join Tesla, Microsoft, or Amazon, companies like this.
Mm.
But when you come to US, you came to know about a lot of other companies and a lot of other roles which are in demand. So as per my background is concerned, I would like to join as in any petrochemical company like ExxonMobil or Shell as in
Okay,
supply chain.
okay, sure. So you would be sticking to your now the core. So your engineering was it mechanical engineering, or what course did you pursue
Specialization
when
was
you did your
nautical.
bachelor's?
Specialization was in nautical engineering.
Okay, okay. So it was aeronautical, and now it is supply chain. So you would be continuing the path in supply chain management, is it?
Yeah,
So you would be okay. You would be continuing the path in supply chain management now, right?
yeah. Supply chain has like four fields: ritual, procurement, analyst, and manager.
Mm-hmm.
So I will be as an analyst.
Okay, sure. Got it. Sure, Prabodh, I think that's all, I wanted to ask you. I think, I was asking so many questions and trying to get the insights from you. So that's
Yeah.
it. I think we can end the session here. So again, I want to thank you, for taking out the time to, um, work with us on this video. So thank you very much, Prabodh. Have a good day.
Thank you. Have a good day.
Yeah, thanks.
Don't forget to subscribe and click on the bell icon to never miss any updates from us.